This is the handlebars on my mountain bike, and it's an e-bike which has this kind of wide display. It also has a headlight over here, but you can see that I ran out of room on my bars with all the e-bike stuff, so I've got my throttle and my brake lever and my controller there. And then over here I've got my shifter and my brake lever, and really no more room to mount anything. And I'd like to put two headlights on this bike, and instead of having it kind of off to the side and twisted the way it is right now, I'm going to mount it on this BME Works Speed Extender, which is this guy here, and it gives you a pretty wide extension to put your various accessories, like if you put your phone or GPS on here. It gives you some room for some additional stuff, which is cool. So let me show you how it works. Depending on your perspective, it's either a good or a bad thing. It's very lightweight, but it's also plastic, if you can hear that. And it is just a tube, so you can see through it. They didn't put any kind of pretty end cap or anything in with this kit, but it is good enough for me. So the kit does include its centerpiece that mounts onto your bars with a few different rubber options depending on the thickness of your bars, and it does of course come with hardware. And they included an Allen wrench, which is nice to install it. And then depending on your application, you may only want to install one of these two extensions onto this kit, or you might want to install both, or you might want to just have this only one little narrow thing for a speedometer, for example, that puts it out more in front of you, and that may be the only reason you want it. But for me, I'm going to put both of these on and possibly get another headlight. You can start by choosing the rubber fitting that works best for your bike. In my case, it's the fatter of the two, and then there's a slot and a corresponding notch that you slide these into, and then we'll put them on the bike. And this is with the rubber in all four locations. You can see that there's just a little fitting area that works to hold it into place, and I did that on both sides, so we're ready to put it on the bike. And this is the supplied hardware. So I've loosely fit them upside down, and then I'll rotate it around, get it in the position that I like it in, and then I'll attach them tighter. So let me give you some measurements. This is a little bit under 2.5 inches, a little bit over 2 1/4, or in centimeters, 6 centimeters wide. And there are these corresponding notches. You can see one there and one here, and that allows you to find quickly how to snap it together. And with one end on, you are 4.5 inches, or see it in centimeters, about 12 centimeters. And with both ends on, I can get it to go. One hand, you're looking at 18 centimeters wide, or I believe it's 7 inches. Let's check. 7 inches wide. So that should give you quite a bit of space to attach your various accessories. And it's really the reason I bought this one, is it was the widest option that I could find. There were others that had like a carbon fiber tube and aluminum mounting brackets, but the tubes were all too short for what I'm trying to do. But now I'm ready to put my speedometer back on, and then I can mount two headlights on this new rack. And that's what it looks like with one of the lights on it. So I just got back from a quick little night ride on this bike with this edition of the BME extension. And I gotta say, there's things I love about it and one thing that I'm not so happy about. But what I do like about it that kind of surprised me, and I really wasn't anticipating it, because I really only bought this to just make it so I have more room to put lights on the bars. But what surprised me was that putting this up just this little distance from where it used to be on the bars up to here helped keep my eyes on the road instead of having to look down quite so far to see the speedometer. It helped me kind of keep my eyes up, so I was pretty happy about it. What I wasn't happy about is that even though this is as tight as it'll go, when I hit a bump with the weight of the display and this light on it, it was tilting down, and I can move it with my hand. So it's not strong enough of a grip down there, at least not on these skinny little bars. And they are standard kind of old style mountain bike bars, but it's not holding it up quite as well as it should, considering I'm not anywhere near the weight limit on the extension. But I think I can resolve that with just putting some shims or a little bit more rubber inside of there. So I'll probably fix it. And yeah, but anyways, I think it's a good product, super lightweight, holds tons of stuff, and I think you'll enjoy it.